Every single business has a growth ceiling, and you can find yours and use it to make sure that when you are solving problems, you're solving in the right order that actually unlocks growth. One of the most frustrating things for a founder is to execute on a project really well, have high hopes that it's gonna impact your business, only to see it not move the needle and turn into $0 in revenue growth. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to find and solve the right problem, like we've done with thousands of companies before, like Proposify, Deal Machine, Carrot, ClickFunnels, Webinar Ninja, 90, and many more. I'm Johnny Page, the CEO at SaaS Academy and co-author of Software as a Science, the playbook on how to scale up your SaaS business. Hey guys, don't miss out on our SaaS scaling secrets. Smash that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next episode. Now, this concept was originally taught many years ago, and it's called the theory of constraints. And one of my favorite books to learn this concept was a book called The Goal, written by Eliyahu Goldratt. Hope I'm saying that right. In this book, he teaches you to think about your business like a manufacturing plant. And now, regardless of whether you have a SaaS business, a service business, or a product-based business, every business can be thought of like a revenue production engine. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to find the constraint in that engine and make sure that that's where you put your efforts when you're actually problem solving and trying to grow your business. So let's imagine that your business is producing bicycles and getting them out to the market. And in this business, you have 5 key steps to produce a bike. In step number 1, we're gonna produce the frame. In step 2, we produce the tires, we put them on the bike. In step 3, we do the pedals. Step 4, the brakes. And then step 5, we box it all up and we ship it out. Now, to understand the capacity of our bike business, how many total bikes we can produce per day and per month, we need to understand the capacity of each of these 5 steps. So let's imagine that in step 1, we're able to produce 15 frames. We can install the tires on 40 bikes a day. We can install pedals on 25, the brakes on 8, and then actually box up and ship out 30 per day. In this example, we're only gonna be able to produce 8 total bikes per day because the constraint in this business is the number of brakes we can install on the bikes. It doesn't matter how efficient we are at producing frames. It doesn't matter how efficient we are at boxing them up. Unless we can fix the bottleneck, the constraint in this business, we will only be able to produce 8 bikes a day. Now, this same thing is happening in every business, including your SaaS business. So when you work on a project, you execute it really well and you see 0 revenue growth, it's because we were solving the wrong part of the revenue production engine. So in a SaaS business, the question becomes, how do we find the constraint? So let's go from making bikes to producing software. Now, we could way overcomplicate this, and instead of having 5 steps like we had in the bike factory, we could have hundreds of steps in your SaaS business, but I'm a huge fan of keeping things simple. So the simplest way to find the constraint in a SaaS business is by using a tool called the growth ceiling. And to do this, you'll need 4 numbers. First, how many current customers do you have? How many new customers are you getting per month? Your current churn rate, and then the average revenue per account. Let's quickly go through each of these 4 numbers. Now, your current customers per month sounds super simple, but it's wild how many companies I work with that don't have an idea of how many customers they actually have. What's important here is to track the total number of active paying customers, not any trial accounts or free users. The second number you need is the total new customers per month, and I recommend using an average of your last 4 months. The third number you need is your monthly churn. Your monthly churn tells us how many customers are leaving your business every month, and it's calculated as a percentage of your overall customer base. To calculate this number, you want to take how many customers left this month divided by the customers you had at the beginning of the month. And again, we want to use the average churn rate over the last 4 months. Last but not least, we need your average revenue per account. So you're gonna take your total monthly recurring revenue and divide it by the total number of customers you have. These 4 numbers together will allow us to see when your growth will stall out and which area of the business will be the most impactful for you to focus on next. So let's run through an example. All right, so within this example, let's say our monthly recurring revenue is $60,000. We have 250 current customers. We have 15 new sales coming in every month. Our churn is 5% and our average revenue per account is $240. If we're churning 5% of our customers every month, that means that about 12 customers every month are leaving. We're adding 15, which means our net addition is only 3 customers every month. So if we plot that out month over month, what we will find is that our business will actually stop growing about 3 years from now, on May 2027. We're running this in October 2024, which means that we're gonna go over the course of almost 3 years, we're gonna go from $60,000 a month of recurring revenue to $70,000 a month of recurring revenue. Not the type of growth that any of us are signing up for. Now, let's figure out which one of these 3 levers, getting more customers, keeping more customers, or making them worth more, is the right one for us to focus on over the next 90 days. Now, I like going through the thought experiment of, if I focused on this KPI for the next 90 days, what's a realistic estimate that I could improve this number? So if I'm getting 15 new sales per month like we are in this example, if I only focus on acquisition, I think that we could improve to 20 per month. Realistic expectation over the course of the next 90 days. For lever 2, our churn, I think we can go from 5% down to 4.2%. And then last, for average revenue per account, I think we can go from 240 a month up to 275. And next, we're gonna look at how does that change our growth ceiling and which one's the most impactful for us to focus on. So again, we have our base case scenario here. We're going to say, look, if we only focus on increasing average revenue per account, how does it impact our growth ceiling? You'll see a really steep increase by taking our ARPA from 240 to 275, but the growth ceiling really flattens out after that. If we look at reducing churn, what that curve looks like, but then last but not least, improving sales. Here in this scenario, it becomes really compelling lever for us to focus on. Now, when we're working with a client, our focus is gonna be on which one of these levers improves the revenue the most in a 12-month window. A long and gradual growth curve isn't super exciting for most founders. We're looking for the most impact on our time within a 12-month window. So in this scenario, if we had the option of improving sales by 5 per month, reducing our churn by 0.8 per month, or increasing our average revenue per account by 35 a month, the clear winner here is on acquisition. And this gets us directionally accurate for which area of the business for us to be focused on. Now, you can go use this tool yourself. You can either jump on a call with my team and we will walk you through this exact scenario so you can get real numbers for your business. You can go to the link below to run a growth calculator on your own. We have a tool that you can use to model these scenarios on your own. And then once you find your constraint, you can get a copy of Software as a Science to get 3 frameworks for each one of these levers, whether it's getting more customers, keeping them for longer, or making them worth more. We have full frameworks in this book to help you unlock that revenue growth and find your next gear. So guys, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for following along. Last but not least, guys, drop a comment below. I want to hear what you're working on over the next 90 days to take your business to the next level.